Sometimes we forget about our defining moments. And it's so great when we are asked a question or something happens that we're reminded of some of our foundational pieces and ways of thinking that maybe just have gone by the wayside. Hey, it's Jennie Wolek here, Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Wolek Group, Keller Williams Realty. And recently, yesterday, a member of my Momentum membership group and I were on a call, and she asked me a question. And I don't know exactly what the question was, but what it triggered for me was a memory. And actually, a quote from a book and a story that reminded me of how I made a change in my thinking and direction when it came to believing in me. And what it reminded me of was back in 2014. I remember I was going through some struggles and a lot of stress and chaos in my real estate business. All good, of course, because it came from being a busy, productive solo real estate agent. See, in 2010, I had helped 23 families, which is a great business. And by taking some classes and training and getting some coaching, that next year, my production doubled to 51 families. And then the next year was 61 families and 71 families. And in 2014, I'd helped 81 families, mostly by myself. I definitely had some administrative help and some showing help, and I was failing again through all of the growth through leadership and others. And I continue to work on that every day. But I was in a whirlwind of chaos and stress. A good one, of course, because I was growing and learning so much. But at the time, I was reading a book that's called Lean In by Sheryl Sandberg. Now, Sheryl's book is mostly about gender issues, and that's not what this topic is about. But one paragraph that really stood out to me was about a attendee in one of her training sessions, and she said she'd take two more questions after her presentation. And after those two questions were answered, then everyone else put their hands down. Well, at least all the females in this example. And the hands kept going up, people kept asking questions. And what this attendee found to be true for her is she went to Sheryl afterwards and said, "Thank you, I learned a valuable lesson today." And she thought, "Oh, she's going to tell me how great I did on this talk." And instead, she says, "Well, you taught me to keep my hand up." Now, for me, that hit home because it wasn't about the gender issues at all. That wasn't what I took away from it. But instead, what I took away from it was I have to believe in me. I have to stand up for me. I need to create my own path. See, I had all this increase in production and success, and I was just looking for somebody to pat me on the back and move me along to the next opportunity in my life. And that just wasn't happening. But when I read that, I thought, oh, wait. I need to take control of who I want to be, what I want my life to look like. And that's where all of the things you see today came from. I started creating a class around the systems that I use and the lessons that I'd learned. And you can see now, 10 years later, how that has continued to grow and snowball into an awesome life that allows me to do what I love every single day. So I just want you to be aware of sometimes you have defining moments or things that happen in your life that you might forget about, but they're so important to reflect on every now and then because we don't just arrive. We aren't just an overnight success. It's continual growth, learning, pain, setbacks, fail forwards, all that good stuff that get us to where we desire to be. And we know that there's even more to know, learn, and do. So I just wanted to share this little story of Jennie in the early days of going through struggles, finally believing in myself and taking a stand and just creating my own path because you too can do the exact same thing. Talk to you soon. Bye now.